your opinion about the items that we should keep or discard with the diligence process. Lastly, talking about the angel investor membership and the investment approach. So I had a long list of things to discuss with this group. يمكن ما نقدر نخلصهم كلهم اليوم، بس هاي الشغلات لازم يعني نبلش نتفق عليها مع بعض كلياتنا.
الله يعطيك العافية رامي.
الله يعافيك، بس شكله مالك يعني مو ظابطة معه، بضله
ما أنا
ينقطع.
ظابطة، لا والله أنا بعرف مالك وين، ومالك بلش الاجتماع تبعه اليوم الساعة 12:30، وكان هو بيعتقد إنه الساعة 2:30 بيكون كلير، بس بعث لي رسالة قال لي I'm still there، وهلا بلشنا بالزبدة مثل ما بيقولوا، لأنه الاجتماع يعني مع طرفين يعني صعب إنه يجتمعوا دائما، جايين من غير مدينة يعني. بس هلا مالك معنا. وسامر كمان ما بين، سامر شمسي باشا وسامر شعراني.
مالك I guess look there's a lot to address، بس ما بعرف إذا أنت رح يمشي الحال مع الكونكشن تبعك، ف بدك أنا يعني نرجع نحكي معك بعدين ولا شو؟
والله انا بقول راما انه لا تصير كاجوال، لانه تو بي اونست احنا الامبريشن اللي كان عندنا راما على انه الميتنج هو مو اليوم، عرفتي كيف؟ يعني انا بتذكر انه بعتينا انت 3 دايز نصوت عليهم، مزبوط؟
تمام، بس
اليوم كان واحد منهم؟
ايه هذا اللي اخترتوه الماندي. ايه
شوف ناصر، أنا يعني I'm glad we have you on the call، يعني one on one. هلا بركي أنت فيك كمان تحكي مع مالك. يعني أنا يعني I put my full force behind this and I want to make sure إنه ما تفتر الأمور، لأنه صرنا واعدينهم شباب، وبنفس الوقت بعرف إنه الله يعطيكم العافية كل واحد عنده كثير يعني priorities وهيك. هلا إذا أنا يلي يعني عملنا الكومبيتيشن وعملت الرولز وعملت كذا، it doesn't make sense، وما فيها مصداقية إنه راما لحالها راكدة بهذا الشيء بدون ولا checks and balances. especially بعدين بيقولوا على أي أساس اختارت هذا الشخص ولا هذا الشخص. I definitely need your buy-in and attention to this, and I also don't want to feel like إنه this got dropped وما ضل في حدا.
لا اكيد لا، نحن ما بالعكس يا راما، نحن بعكس الشيء اللي انت عم تتفضلي فيه تمام. نحن كلياتنا وي ار بيلدينج اور هوبس على هذا المشروع، وهو اكثر مشروع نحن مهتمين فيه انا ومالك وسامر شمسي باشا. حتى سامر بتعرفي putting his money in it يعني، عرفتي؟ فلا ما صدقيني انه ابدا ما في لاك اوف انترست، لا من طرفي ولا من طرف مالك ولا من طرف سامر شمسي باشا. انا متاكد من هذا الموضوع، بس حكيت لك الشيء اللي صار اليوم مع مالك انه هو راح لاجتماع بخلص بساعتين، عرفتي؟
I understand. هو يعني مالك حطيناه هيك like in a very tight spot، بس I think what I want to do is resend this presentation to everybody، و at the very least يلي ما قادر يكون موجود يبعث لي اللي اوكي هدو diligence checklist ويجاوب على الاسئله المحطوطه.
طبعا لا معك حق 100%، معك حق،
لانه كمان المجموعه البقيه ما أنا موجوده، ف we'll just
انا بصراحه مستغرب انه سامر ما اجى، لانه بتعرفي عاده هو لما بيقول انا جاي، عرفتي كيف؟ اي بس بتعرفي يعني سامر احيانا هلا عنده ظرف معين حكيت لك اياه. ما بعرف اذا هذا هو السبب انه اليوم he didn't show up. بس والله راما صدقيني انه الموضوع ما هو lack of interest من اي واحد فينا ابدا، بالعكس.
اوكي
بالعكس هلا يعني صدقيني اي واحد يعني probably يعني I'm not breaking a secret اذا بقول لك هلا اي حدا بيسال مالك انه شو عم تعمل بيقول له سير ديجيت هلا.
yeah.
فهو it's on top of his agenda يعني لمالك.
Okay, so I'm gonna put action items for everybody on the agenda and just ask that you make your comments.
Yeah.
Okay. طيب خلص فإذا I mean I guess there's not much for us to discuss at this point. بتحب أنا أحكي لك عن اللي حطيته بالسلايدز ولا كيف؟
لا أنا يعني منشان يعني أنا برأيي إنه بدي إياكي إنه تبذلي مجهود يكونوا الباقيين موجودين منشان ما تعيدي مرة ثانية.
Okay.
كيف؟ بس أنا I'm happy to stay with you راما وإنه أسمع أكيد.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna just send this pitch deck, and then I hope to hear back from everyone with their feedback.
Yeah. في شيء documents راما غير هاي due diligence document؟
There's a lot of documents بس يعني ما إلها معنى إنه أنا أعطيكم كل شيء بدون ما نكون
لا بقصد
على
هلا
No,
بالوقت
this is the primary one, which is going to be saying يعني this is what we will ask the entrepreneurs to provide. يعني نحن عندنا شقين ناصر، شق due diligence اللي بدنا نطلبه من entrepreneurs، وفي شق تاني اللي هو البروسيس اللي بدنا نمشي فيها مع الانفسترز. تمام. هلا قبل ما نمشي مع الانفسترز بدنا كمان نحكي بهيكليه الانجل انفستمنت نتورك،
تمام.
نتفق على الطريقه اللي بدنا ناخذها، وكل لما نتفق على الهيكليه بعدين بترتب عليها انه set of documents that we use.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so this is the very beginning of the discussion. Yani there's a lot else that still has to come up.
Absolutely.
And I really don't want to be the only one making those decisions. يعني إنه هيك بدنا نعمل نساوي. That's why I'm going to share with you هاي document وأنت بناء عليها قولوا أوكي هاي next step واقعية هاي لا هيك بدنا نعمل.
تمام. بدي كل endorsement of everyone يعني share opinions.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, I missed the beginning. I got tied up. Can you just fill me in, please?
Hi, Samir. Okay, so we didn't really say much لأنه يعني we're not able to get everybody on the call. But what I'm going to be emailing you a document that has the due diligence. So basically I was prepared to give an update to everyone and then talk about the process of evaluating the entrepreneurs and then list all of these documents that we might ask them for as part of the due diligence process. Hey, مع entrepreneurs. In parallel to that, we want to agree on the structure of the angel investment network, and from that we will have to decide on what documents we will be supplying the would-be angel investors and what we will be asking them to provide us with. So it's two parallel tracks, one with the entrepreneurs and one with the investors.
Rama, from your previous experience, مثلا how do you set up a يعني شو الvehicle اللي بتستعملوها entrepreneurs investors to invest in these companies? Do you set up a fund and they invest jointly? I'm not sure how you follow the process.
Yeah, I've been in organizations that have done it in three different ways. The simplest way is where we are a membership-based organization, and once we identify would-be investees, each invests in them separately, but we use the same set of documentation. فيعني value that we are providing is to tell the investors, look, here are the templates for investments. We've already vetted these entrepreneurs, but Samer puts in the money directly into the company, Rama puts in the money directly into the company, not in a fund. The next step is to tell the investors إنه عطونا المصاري, the other form, sorry, إنه عطونا كل المصاري بنحطها معنا وبعدين نحنا we invest them collectively. It's more complicated and it requires يعني بتكون عنا عبء نحنا financial أعلى وبيكون كمان عنا عبء لوجستي أعلى لأنه كل سنة نحنا عم نراجع الفاندز والفاندنج إلى آخره.
بتصير كمان بدها regulation, heavily regulated.
هي بدها regulation. و the third part which is the heaviest regulation إذا أنت بتقول إنه I'm actually a fund. يعني the second part it's not a fund, it's still treated as an organization بس بيكون عندك some legal aspects to oversee the money coming and going. يعني بتصفي بالsecond form it's just a transit. The money is transiting through your bank account, but it's not actually sitting there as a fund. The third option is when you're actually managing a fund. وهي بدها تكون أنت fund manager, you're regulated, you have to have a brokerage license, blah, blah, blah. كلياتها هي way beyond our scope at the present time. I would recommend...
What are you suggesting in this instance?
I would suggest the first approach where we're saying, إحنا as an angel network, we are vetting the entrepreneurs for you and providing you with the set of documentation to do the investments, and we will give you updates. يعني نكون liaison تقريبا. بس as far as the money, it's going directly. يعني بتوقع نفس الدوكيومنتس بس بتروح المصاري direct to the entrepreneurs.
بس راما اذا معناتها هون الانفستر هو بده يعمل selection where he puts his money. يعني اذا عندك مثلا 3 or 4 projects نحن اللي بدنا نقول له للانفستر وين يحط المصاري لما he makes the selection.
No, نحن بنقول لهم this is the ones that we are recommending.
تمام.
To invest in. هلا okay, let's say بأول competition we can just say we selected one. Those who are ready to invest in this one. أو فينا نقول في 2 وأنتم فيكم تختاروا وين تحطوا الانفستمنت.
Okay, تمام.
يعني the network makes the recommendation. We're filtering the entrepreneurs and we're recommending the ones that are ready for investment.
Yeah, that's what I meant. لأنه probably likely إنه يكون عندنا أكثر من opportunity واحدة، إنه ممكن يكونوا 2 projects فني equally good.
Yes, but if we don't have enough investors, then we'll probably say this year we're just going to invest in one. يعني لحتى ما يعني يعني نقلل من القيمة على البقية. فيعني أنا مثلاً بأول سنة وأسسنا فيها الWomen's Angel Investment Network بدبي, the first 6 months we only invested in one company collectively. يعني كان عنا يمكن 10 women and all of us invested in just one company. فهذا بيعتمد وبعدها كل ما يعني as you move forward and you get more investors you can grow the pool of likely investees.
Right.
That would be my recommendation بالبداية لأنه أبسط الأمور وما عنا budget نحن هلا لحتى نقدر إنه يعني بأريحية ناخد عبء أكبر من اللي already أخدينه.
Okay, that's clear. Like I feel you were talking about the paperwork that you need to send out and whatever. What's that about?
Right. So there are 2. First of all, بالنسبة للdue diligence process, we're going to be asking the entrepreneurs for a whole list of documents to prove that they are who they are, that they have, whatever the right framework in place, is يعني legal framework, etc. The second set of documents غير اللي بده يعطينا اياها الانتربرنور هي legal documentation that the investors are going to use to invest يلي هي shareholder agreements يلي هي ال governance documents إنه قديش يعني نحن الفولو اب تبعنا شو المسؤوليات تبعنا تجاه الانفستور وتجاه الانتربرنور من ناحية follow up etc. الثالثة اللي هي الagreements بيننا وبين investors and those include their commitment letter, their financial disclosure. يعني عادة angel investment networks بيحطوا threshold إنه okay أنت you're attesting to the fact that you have the money in the bank. They may even provide you with like a statement of accounts or something. It depends قديش بدنا نحن. بيعطيك الباسبور تبعه، بيعطيك إنه صلاحية إنه أنت تعمل a background check of some sort or a credit check. Again, we have to agree on how much we're going to do in that regard. وطبعاً بيكون عنا كمان a letter of agreement to the terms and conditions تبع الangel investment network that we have to collectively decide on. إنه شو بدنا تكون هي letter of agreement، إنه هو ما عنده أي you know not on any OFAC lists or ما عنده أي مشاكل مع أو dealings مع entities that are on OFAC lists بسوريا etc. يعني هاي الشغلات اللي لازم نحن ندرسها ونتفق عليها.
تمام.
Yeah. So أنا يعني I just provided the sample due diligence checklist على entrepreneurs which is the easiest one. الثانيين بيعتمدوا على نحن خيارنا إنه شو بدنا نعمل. The simplest angel investment network form, okay. فإذا this comes with this set of papers وببعث لكم ساعتها البيبرز اللي بدنا إياها لهالشيء. But I need to go through and have you answer the first set of questions اللي عنا. حطيتها بهي القائمة اللي عم ببعث لكم إياها. إنه how many runners up، كم شركة بدنا، إمتى رح نعمل ال pitch date where they present، who are the judges you're recommending غير مثلا سامر وسامر وناصر. We also like which model we want to decide on for the angel investment network, and then following that I'll share with you those documents and have you review them and discuss how much of them is needed versus لا بدنا نخليها أخف أو. That's it.
رابع نحن مشان الانفستر تشيك ليست نحن ممكن انه يعني نساوي know your customer forum خلينا نقول بهذا الشكل يعني and we run our own checks. ممكن انا في عندي access ل word check، ممكن انه نستخدم word check to check on the person's background. تمام. وبالاضافه للاي دي تشيك الى اخره. فبالنسبه للانجل انفستر تشيك ليست it's going to be inshallah very simple. It's not going to be complicated. Very simple I mean انه how we structure it and how we run our own checks يعني.
Right. Yeah. And there's also يعني أنا thank you for mentioning that. I have a whole list of things for the know your customer compliance questions, so we can compare them together. I think ideally يعني we also need them for the investors, right? يعني so and then we also want to review يعني documentation اللي بدنا نعملها تبع يعني مثلا هل رح نطلب نحن من كل شركة إنه تأسس بالبريتش فيرجن ايلاندز. يعني this was our requirement in the Dubai-based angel investment network. إنه أسهل طريقة يكونوا BVI، وهالBVI نحن بنحط كلياتنا يعني ندخل كشير هولدرز فيها لحتى ما يصير عنا different flavors إنه حدا BVI حدا مدري شو كذا. So this would be presented as a requirement to the entrepreneurs.
Right.
Yeah. So I think yeah.
Is this the cheapest option, Rama?
I mean, at the time when we were working on it, it was the easiest and fastest option. It wasn't necessarily the cheapest. يعني كان عنا في Cyprus, I think it was cheaper. Well, Cayman Islands was cheaper, but the Cayman and the Cyprus had more requirements that made it more difficult. So we went with the BVI. هلا هي شغلات تتغير ذو، ما بعرف إذا هذا الشيء بعده قائم أو لا.
اوكي، لانه الاوف شور كامبانيز بتعرفي في دائما في تخوف من وراهم اذا كانوا هن عباره عن يعني انه في انه they want to attract investment. عرفت علي كيف؟ مثلا لما انت بتكوني مسجله ليميتد كامباني نفترض بانجلاند اند ويلز على سبيل المثال، بتكون انه الريجوليشنز تبعها او الجفرنس تبعها وتعرفي مين مالكها والريبورتنج تبعها، يعني الانفستر فيلز مور سكيور توورد. عرفتي كيف؟ هذا اللي بقصده.
Sure, and you know, again, this is totally up to us. يعني نحن وقتها لما كنا عم نعمل BVI, by the way, يعني we chose it بالميدل ايست لانه كتير صعب انه انت تكون foreign investor بالسعوديه ولا تكون foreign investor so اسهل شيء كانت انه تكون British Virgin Islands يعني offshore company والكل يحط المصاري فيها. يعني لحماية حق المستثمر. هلا إذا نحن عم نحكي عن شركات already موجودة بأوروبا ولا موجودة بأمريكا، لا أسهل بتكون إنه تحط الانفستمنت فيها directly. بس إذا جايين هدول مثلا هن بالأردن ولا بلبنان، ما بعرف شو هو قوانينهم تبع البلد وإذا بيسمح أو بيعطي حقوق للمستثمر فيها.
ما بعرف والله ماني متأكد. بس إذا أنت مجرد الBVI، إذا أنت مجرد الBVI وتعرفي الأدفانتجز تبعها خلص ما في مشكلة.
Yeah. The other thing we wanna discuss إنه نحن مثلا as a angel investment network هل بدنا نحط كرايتيريا للinvestors إنه طيب نحن عم نجيب لكم الانفستمنت جاهزة. Most angel investment networks in the States charge a fee to operate the network. فبيقولوا للانجلز انه اوكي مثلا 20% او 10% or whatever من المصاري اللي انتم that you commit will come to cover the cost of the network, which is basically legal due diligence كل هالشغلات اللي عم نحكي عنها. فبدنا نتفق على هذا الشيء لحتى يعني نلاقي شو الوضع الامثل للانفسترز السوريين قبل ما نروح نحكي مع الكل. صح؟
صح.
سامر
انت معنا؟
معك بس I have my mom with me so I can't talk otherwise she'll interrupt me. بس بدي اعرف انه هلا عم تقولي انه بدك تاخذي portion to cover which is only natural. But what is the going rate? يعني do people find it excessive, not so excessive? I don't know what the common standard is in the industry.
One of the largest US-based angel investment networks offered to give us a brief on how they do things. هن بيعملوا annual membership fee, and she said it's a not to exceed 20%, and it sometimes varies depending on the volume. إنه هن مرات بيكونوا عم بيجيبوا cohorts كتير أكبر من سنوات تانية. فبحطوا
20% of the investment ولا 20% of the returns or what is the 20% of what?
إنه هن عم بيقولوا إذا يعني المطلوب الكوميتمنت إنه أنت كل سنة you have to commit 30,000. هاي 30,000 بتكون 80% منها رايح towards the investment و20% رايحة towards ال running of the network up to 20%. That's one form. The other form is just a standard fee, a set fee, to enter this network and have access to any of these potential deals and deal flow and all of the prep work that goes in it. You pay a set fee. And again, it's very widespread. نحن لما عملناها بدبي كانت an annual investment of $20,000 والفي تبع النتورك 2000 per شو بسموها person.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. So all of this is to say there are decisions to be made about these issues, and since we're starting them, we can begin by saying, okay, this is reasonable, this isn't, and then take it to the next level and engage other people. And how much is it worth for someone to be given a ready investment that has been vetted and qualified with legal documents كلياتها جاهزة, etc., etc. That also has a social impact. This is the value proposition that we're offering the investment community that we're talking to. What would the price tag that they would put on that be?
When do you plan on fixing all these things, anchoring them down? How do you plan to do it? With the GB bunch of investors and discuss it amongst them? Will you want to set rules? وتقولي for everyone come and join in on these preconditions?
I would like us to set rules and have everybody join on this precondition. أسهل من ما أنت to build consensus among a wider audience. بس نحن فينا بيناتنا نقرر بهذا الشيء وفي references. I have at least هلا 3 references that are very easy to speak with اللي هي ال Austin Angel Investment Network. في two Dubai-based networks, the women's one and another one. And then I also emailed Malik earlier today, another one from Qatar that took a different approach. تبع قطر was not going to put the money على عاتق membership fees. They were seeking sponsors to actually build up their network, which is what we thought we were going to do before. لما بلشنا Syria Digital Lab, كانت الفكرة إنه ال EU will put up the money that will help us cover our operating costs 100%. وساعتها الانفسترز بس بحطوا المصاري بالستارت-ups, right? So this has kind of moved a little bit because right now we don't have the EU behind us or GIZ or any of those organizations.
Where are we on the support? The EU عطونا initial push to discuss things, but then weren't we promised and that they will follow up with much more funding if things sort of on to a good start?
Right, and that's where Malik comes in the picture. I don't have an update on that. ما بعرف شو صاير معهم إذا لسه هذا الشيء قائم. And I think regardless of whether or not this happens, we have the flexibility to proceed مثل ما بدنا وفينا نعملها as simple as possible. I certainly have access to a lot of the documents. ناصر بيعرف. فينا نبلشها بس to show a success. And then once we show that success, other people will follow and offer support.
الدوكيمنت تبع الاوبريشن سايد راما انت خبريني شو الدوكيمنت اللي انت بحاجه لها وانا بكمل لك اياهم. بقول لك شو الاشياء اللي بحسب مثلا انه الشير هولدنج اجريمنت انا فيني اعطيك ستاندرد 1 مثلا. عرفتي كيف؟
Yeah, and I have the shareholder agreement وهيك بس أنا عم أقول إنه اللي بريد أعمله معكم إنه أوكي إذا هي لنقول الكوميتي اللي مع بعض رح تبني هالانجل investment network. Every step of the way I want to do the checks and balances إنه نحن اتفقنا على هذا الشيء مع بعض. ما يكون إنه راما قررت هذا الشيء. فأول قرار هو إنه okay what form should we take. I'm voting for the simplest form اللي هي إنه الانفسترز بيدخلوا لحالهم كل واحد بالشركة، بس نحن بنكون عم نعمل الريكومنديشنز.
تمام.
I agree with this. I mean, absent any major funding from somebody to support us, then I think we go for the simplest, least cost route. But in order to have everybody on board, I suggest Samir Shahrani to be with us, yani, so that we don't
معنا
say.
سامر.
Are you there, Samir? I can't hear his voice.
أنا مشكلة عندي، أنا عم بحاول عم بسمع نص الحديث نصه ما عم بسمعه. عندي مشكلة أنا بدبي لأنه فما كثير عم بفهم بعرف إنه عم توجه سؤال إلي.
بس اسأل what you want to ask so that we're all in agreement about what's being presented.
Hello.
So it's going to be difficult إنه لأنه سامر عم بيسمع نص الحكي ونصه لا.
إيه هلا عم بسمع شوي بس بيروح وعم يجي يعني. عم تسمعوني عفوا؟
إيه فكان عم بيسألك شو رأيك؟
بس ما فهمت السؤال
كثير.
إيه عفوا شو السؤال كان؟
يعني Rama made us 3 proposals بس اللي عم تقوله effectively إنه whatever we agree with خلاص we stick to with everybody's agreement لأنه هي she needs to build the structure on a certain premise to basis and she outlined 3 structures وعم نقول إنه نمشي with the least cost one at the beginning and the simplest.
فهمت. هذا فهمته. أنا أقول لك وين وجهة نظري الموضوع to evaluate وين نحن شو الستراكشر اللي بدنا اياه بدي بيعتمد على الاودينس اللي نحن وي gonna target. يعني نحن اليوم let's be very realistic. مين الناس اللي حيجوا invest بالسيريان ديجيتال لاب based on those people we understand what يعني نحن اليوم ما I don't think we're gonna target any companies or investment groups or something. ما بعرف we have to discuss it. لأنه if we're gonna target individuals يعني ناس سوريين little bit wealthy or they have investment you know they like the opportunity, it will be different than if we're targeting groups. Each one it has a different structure.
هلا أكيد I think individuals عم نحكي angel investments are usually individuals وما عنا investment network الكبيرة إنه we're targeting groups, so let's focus on individuals.
حلو individuals. والindividual قديش الinvestment size we are talking to about?
My recommendation last time was to go between $10,000 to $15,000. It's as a minimum base. هلا في ناس بيقدروا يحطوا أكتر. يعني I think in the networks that I've been in, you can go as far as taking over the entire investment if you wish. بس إنه بيكون في floor to the investment, إنه not to go below $10,000.
Okay, so this is how we go about it then. So then we're selecting, so we're saying individuals, we're saying investment size between 10 to 15,000, floor is 10, max is 20, whatever it is, and yeah, and then we continue with the discussion. So we'll keep going. Is the organization going to take any fees on this?
Yeah.
I mean, is the organization, is SIBA is going to keep 10% for introducing the investment opportunity? أنا ما سمعت إذا كان هالحديث already صار. ما كنت عم بسمع كل الحديث. أنا آسف.
Yeah, that was one of the questions that I posed. إنه هل رح نحط fees لأنه نحن عم نجيب هدول
Absolutely.
Right.
How are you gonna make money for SIBA?
Exactly.
And standard market between 10 to 20, but 10 to 15 is depend on the والpercentage is depend on the size of the opportunity. يعني إذا واحد بدك تعطيه تسأليه ل 10 15,000 ما فيك تيجي تقولي له you have to pay 20% of that for SIBA, but it has to be around 10%, 12%, something like that.
تمام. وبعدين I also raised the flag of you're saying SIBA يعني I don't know if this is a SIBA angel investment network لأنه بصراحة أنا ما عندي أي شو بسموه
لا مو SIBA angel investment now. It's not going to be a SIBA member only. Is it SIBA member only?
No, but
driven?
but you're mentioning SIBA. يعني I want to make sure this is not SIBA is a partner in this that's supporting. وحتى إذا بدنا to encourage إنه sustainability تبع SIBA تاخد fees بس إنه not to be perceived as a SIBA يعني owned initiative. لأنه بخاف أنا إذا طلعنا نحن هاي السنة وإجا حدا غيرنا يعني هاي الشغلة كلها it'll be blown out of the water, and I definitely don't want this to happen.
So how's the structure will be?
Either this is a third-party entity, يعني إنه it's just completely هذا independent of these organizations. The organizations are just partners, or يعني we treat it as a ما بعرف as a project. إنه إذا ما عم ناخد عليها مصاري we're partners and we're touting it and all of that. بس فائدة at the end of the day عائدة على السيبا community because we're offering them a service.
يعني نحن فينا نقول إنه this is SIBA's initiative من دون ما هي تكون legally part of SIBA.
Yeah.
And you're gonna raise, and you will raise, and you seek angel investment under what umbrella? You seek it under Syrian Digital Lab?
Yeah.
Are you gonna use any يعني منصة SIBA or name of SIBA or logo of SIBA?
We are already. We're already. يعني we put down SIBA as a partner from the beginning. لما بلشت هاي with the European Institute for Peace. وعلى أساس إنه GIZ والEU وراها وكل شيء. We named SIBA as a community partner. على أساس إنه SIBA will have a role. وكان على أساس إذا بدهم يعطونا operating costs, جزء من هدول operating costs بتروح لسيبا to cover the community engagement. هلا هذا الشيء ما تم لهلا. So it's a floating entity at the moment. And what I'm saying is I'm looking beyond this board, this SIBA board. Let's say نحن we graduate وإجا board تاني. إذا هي قاعدة بحضن SIBA 100%، ما بعرف شو رح يصير فيها. بتضلها ماشية, they kill it, they take it in a different direction. I'm saying for the sustainability of the Syria Digital Lab, it ought to be a separate entity وتكون SIBA a partner. وأي وقت بيجي third party funding, whether it is from the community لأنه عم يدفعوا membership fee أو من ال EU أو غيره, بيجي نسبة لسيبا to cover the cost اللي سيبا عم تدفعها. وسيبا can claim إنه نحن we're a founding member of this organization.
Okay, so let me give you the scenario. So the scenario, for example, you found an opportunity. You evaluate this opportunity. We say, okay, it requires $50,000.
Yeah.
We go about it, and it seems like between us, between people we know, we get $50,000. We initiate the investment, and we say, for example, I'm just giving an example, and we say for SIBA there is 5% because whatever reason. I mean, SIBA is initiative from the beginning, so 5% for SIBA. Now, what you're saying if there is another round of funding, and some people from SIBA came, yani we have to be very careful with saying this, because if fund came from the EU and we used it for this fund, this opportunity, not for the fund, for this opportunity to put money in this opportunity in a round 2 or something, they will say the board benefited, the board used the money to come to this opportunity. What I'm trying to give you an example and saying, if you make a round now and you have to close this round not in SIBA name, so you continue in not SIBA name, you cannot at any point on any intervene and invest any of the membership money or EU money in this opportunity. يعني except إلا إذا صارت مثلا ما بعرف $100 billion or something.
لا هلا سوري معلش سامر، نحن يعني ال SIBA as a non-profit is not going to have any equity share in any of the opportunities that we're investing in. يعني SIBA as a non-profit is getting, if anything, operational funding to help يعني market these entrepreneurs. يعني if there's the investment into the entrepreneurs is going to go in the name of the investors directly. إذا بدنا ناخذ membership fees belong into the network وقلنا لنقول مثلا let's say ناخذ هذا السيناريو، بيجي بيقول لك سامر إذا بدك تكون جزء أنت من النتورك بدك تدفع $15,000، 2000 منهم رح يدخلوا على الoperations و13,000 رح يكونوا direct investment بالشركة. فأنت الأكوتي تبعك is worth 13,000. ال 2000 اللي دفعتهم just to cover the كأنه يعني نحن كأنه we're covering those, we are covering those for the legal fees of vetting etc. عرفت علي كيف؟ يعني ما خصهم بيكونوا إطلاقاً بالinvestment.
هذا فهمت هذا different what I'm asking. يعني هذا فهمت هذا you can allocate whatever you want from the fund you're raising for overhead, for operational cost, for whatever reasons. I mean and it need to be obvious reason. No, that's I understand. I'm trying to understand what is SIBA. You know, well, you know, I know SIBA, I understand what you're saying on the benefit that it benefit the people who is we will promote or something. But SIBA by itself, SIBA or if we're gonna target SIBA member or we're gonna talk to SIBA member or using SIBA, you know what I mean? I don't know if you can avoid they don't come back to you and you said you did it under, I mean, you are a board member of SIBA, all of you board member of SIBA, you initiated this under SIBA name, and then you are avoiding to, you know.
هلا نحن إذا بتطلع على صفحة السيريا ديجيتال لاب بتلاقي إنه فيها كذا community partner that are all collaborating to reach out into their networks. We define the different levels and types of partnerships on the website. And we are definitely, we've been highlighting إنه SIBA is a community partner from the get-go, and it will so long as it's continuing to support this initiative. It's a win-win situation لسيبا. ليش؟ لأنه أنت من طرف عم بتفيد الانتربرنورز اللي هن يعني Syrian entrepreneurs وعم بيشوفوا سيبا كعضو فعال in getting them funding، ومن الجزء الثاني أنت عم بتفيد الانفسترز لأنه عم بتجيب لهم investment opportunities. فيعني the value is there for the SIBA community. It's very tangible value. The question then becomes, how does SIBA as an organization benefit? Well, the answer is if there are operational fees يا أما جايين عن طريق ال EU GIZ أو عن طريق الinvestors, those operational fees are going to cover the costs of SIBA involvement. يعني I don't know if that's clear enough.
لأنه سامر هي السيريا ديجيتال لاب is not purely SIBA's idea. ما هي نحن الفكرة تبعي وتبع راما وتبع سيد سامر. يعني نحن اللقاءات اللي كنا عم نساويها ببروكسل showed us إنه في interest بهذا المجال which matches some of our skills and networks. وفهذا اللي صار يعني. فما هي is 100% SIBA established and SIBA's owned. صح راما؟
Yes.
لا انا فهمت عليك يا اخي ناصر، بس انا اللي عم اقوله انه البروبلم الكونفليكت اللي ممكن يريز later، يعني هلا we can say whatever، بس البروبلم اللي بتطلع لك بكره بيطلع لك واحد من تركيا ما بتعرف الارض تبعه منين، بيطلع بيقول لك انه اخي هذا كان كذا وهدول كذبوا وهدول سرقوا وهدول بورد ممبر.
لا نحن ما
actually sorry to interrupt you, Nasser. That's exactly why we're trying to keep it as an arm's length relationship لأنه يعني هذا مشروع SIBA is actively involved in to benefit its community, but it doesn't own it. Because I don't know what the future of SIBA is and who the board is going to be, whether or not.
Clear.
Yeah.
I know the reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, the reasons is clear.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're trying to say. I'm just trying to say, be careful of when we say if we want to use of the money of the fundraising or the money of the EU or the operation. we have to define. عرفت شلون هلا انا اذا بدي ادخل على fund او بدي ادخل على investment بدي اعرف من البدايه what is my cost. No.
Yeah.
What SIBA cost? Why it will be use of some of the EU money or the membership money for this إذا ما بنعرف شو الكوست already تبع على SIBA
Yeah.
SIBA بدها تاخذ I'm trying just to point out where the conflict could happen later on.
تمام. هو SIBA will not have any cost سامر. بالعكس SIBA will harvest reward through the project which is done by Syria Digital Lab من خلال النتورك او من خلال الاوبريشنال كوست اللي بده يجي نتقاسمه مع SIBA، لانه نحن نعتبر انه SIBA من خلال استخدامها للنتورك تبعها من خلال الريكومنديشن اللي ممكن تعمل الاعضاء تبعها انه هي تحملت part of the cost ولازم نحن ندفع لها هذا الشيء.
بس هذا سؤالي، هذا exactly سؤالي. what is it؟
شو هو اللي what is it؟
بدك تدفع لها.
اي
شو بدك تدفع للسبا؟
سمعتي اخي ناصر شو عم يقول انه بسبب انه انه شوف انه في دفع شيء معين للسبا. شو هو؟
ما
هذا هو النتورك.
We're trying to discuss what is the fee that we want to charge the angel investment network, وبناء عليه بنشوف انه وين بدها تروح هاي المصاري ولمين. When I first did the initial projections مع مالك, we projected انه ممكن يجي a minimum of 45,000 euros in funding for SIBA to help us with the community outreach. وكنا مفكرين انه اوكي هيك مصاري ممكن تغطي the salary of a person who's going to help us with this community outreach through the SIBA network. تمام. هلا الفندing ما اجى من الEU. So we're actually scaling down and doing this on a almost no budget. إذا بدنا إنه نطلب مصاري من الangel investors إنه والله لا تتبعوا لا to be members of this angel network you have to pay X. This X should cover the very basic costs اللي هي the costs of drafting the legal documents, the costs of هلا البير مينيمم اللي عم نعمله. عرفت كيف؟ بدون ما نحملهم عبء زايد. و it should be in line with what other angel investment networks out there are charging their community members. صح ولا لا؟
نعم.
موافق أخ سامر؟
عم تسألي أي سامر؟
Both of you.
لا أنا فهمان عليكي. معناتها what it seems like to me it's it's an angel investment, pure angel investment fund.
Network, not even network, fund. Let's not use
okay, network.
Word. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's not fund yet because we don't have people and this and that. So network, angel investment network. Simply you would say so it's an angel investment, and we have why we don't say what is stopping you from saying it's an angel investment network and we will contribute percentage back to SIBA? What the difference here?
That's fine. That's fine. يعني شوف هلا نحن
I'm trying to ask from maybe from legality point of view. I don't know.
هلا يعني let's assume okay the Syria Digital Lab is the equivalent to the Central Texas Angel Investment Network. هلا Central Texas بيجي بيقول لك اوكي انا بدي منك minimum commitment 25,000 بالسنه. Okay. That we can divide wherever across whatever entrepreneurs. We also expect from you انه انت بدك تدفع annual membership fee 1500. اوكي، هلا انت دفعت هالانيوال membership fee ب 1500. هن كانجل انفستمنت نتورك عم بغطوا الكوست تبعهم كلياتها whether they pay some of it to their other partners or they keep it to themselves. عم بياخذوا منك 1500. فنحن عم نقول سفيرا ديجيتال لاب بده ياخذ لنقول 1500. هلا هال 1500 جزء منها بده يروح لسبا لانه سبا عم تشتغل لتدعم هالمؤسسه، جزء بده يروح للمؤسسات الثانيه. يعني نحن هلا تعاقدنا مع سايتك to get us mentors. في مؤسسه ثانيه اللي هي شو اسمها هي السيريا يوث اسمبلي، في VIP.fund اللي عم نشتغل معه انا. يعني we're getting other يعني كل السبورت البيلدينج اوف ذا ويب سايت وكل هالشغلات. فكل وحده من هدول بدها تيجي تقول لك طب نحن ساهمنا بالكوميونتي اوتريتش، صح؟ سو يا اما نحن بدنا نقسم هال 1500 من كل شخص عليهم كلهم نسبه وتناسب. يمكن تكون النسبه الاعظم لسبا لانه سبا رح يكون الشغل الاكبر عليها. واذا مالك رجع لنا ومالك قال you know what نحن عنا رح يجينا $300,000 من الEU، ساعتها نحن we already earmarked out of this 300,000 45,000 يورو لسبا to dedicate a person to push through with the community outreach. يعني وضحت القصة؟
وضحت. بس هو هذا هذا what you are proposing now to be the structure يعني.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking, is this what you are suggesting is the proposal to ask for membership or not membership or
yeah, that's what we're discussing here is which direction do you want to take it in? Do we want to ask for membership? من أولها there has to be a fee. There definitely has to be some fee. How much it is may vary. بس ما في angel investment network تشتغل بدون ما تعمل charge of a certain fee. The question is how much, and then what do we use this fee for? We could have a whole like transparent list of you know what, this is the cost of legal, this is the cost of marketing, this is كذا. وهي المؤسسات اللي عم تستفيد من المصاري لأنه هي اللي ساعدتنا بهالشغلات.
I think this is the only way you can go. يعني نحن ما لنا establish fund يعني at this stage أو ما لنا establish network at this stage as well. So نحن يعني what you need one or two deals. حكينا يمكن سابقا بالموضوع إنه you need few deals to make them work really and show you know some kind of result.
ماشي. هلا هلا نحن you know that we are in the middle of a business plan competition cycle. We have about 25 companies that applied. Out of those 25 we're going to allocate mentors. اليوم طلعت ايميل عم تطلب من mentors, so we need at least 25 mentors to work with these 25. We're going to have pitches for them in the next month where they present to judges. From those we need to select a handful, يمكن 5 يمكن 3, وهدول نمشي معهم بالدو diligence process اللي هي okay now that you've been shortlisted بدنا تعطونا كل هالdocuments. يلي بيعطونا documents we vet them, we decide you know what عجبنا من هدول 3 أو من هدول 5 2, نيجي للinvestors بنقول لهم يا جماعة نحن اخترنا لكم 2 that we feel we can put the name of our organizations behind and they're ready for your investment. تفضل هلا invest.
This round how long it will take?
يعني
to get to the final round. يعني I think we are how soon, how far we are from start talking to investors.
We are, I would say, a month far.
So we are actually, we need to jump now, create a sheet, and we need to this sheet circulated between investors or people could be investing and start soliciting interest, if they are interested, not interested, because also you want to know how many people will be interested.
Yes, exactly. هلا verbally we've had about 10 people so far, between 10 to 15 people who have made verbal commitments. تمام. هلا بدنا to actually take it a step beyond and say okay, you're committed, يلا تفضل وقع على ورقة. هاي الورقة بتقول إنه أنت now you're part of the Syria Digital Lab community وأنت رح to invest in the next round.
I mean, okay. No, but I think we also need to create a sheet. You know, frequent asked questions. What is the Syrian Digital Network or Lab? What's in it for you? All these materials. I mean, not really materials, a lot of heavy materials, but soliciting of 10 people, you will find one or two that respond later. You need to solicit 100 people.
Tamam. So yes, this is a great start. Yes, we should do that and we should start them now.
تمام. وانا بقول سامر على انه اذا فعلا انه صار في good private investment بهذا النتورك، خلينا نقول، او بسوريا ديجيتال لاب، the possibility of having EU funds or other European countries involved رح تكون much stronger. عرفت علي كيف؟ يعني اذا بيكون في عندنا مثلا private investment 20% هن رح يحطوا، او البوسيبيليتي انه يحطوا ال 80% will be much stronger. عرفت علي كيف؟
والله اخي ناصر، انا من تعاملي مع كل هالمؤسسات انا عم اقول لك في النهايه ما بيحق جلدك غير ضفرك. يعني
ايه لا، نحن بدنا نساوي جهدنا، يعني نحن بدنا نساوي جهدنا يعني. بس الكلام اللي انا عم اقول لك اياه بناء على باك جراوند كونفرزيشنز، مو لانه انا بتخيل هيك. عرفت شلون؟
لا بعرف، بس بيحكوا عرفت بالنهايه في كثير انجل انفستمنت، سيريان انجل انفستمنت بالنهايه ما حدا دفع لهم شيء، يعني اشتغلوا لحالهم. بامريكا في كثير اكزامبلز، يعني انا بعرف شيء 3 أو 4 اكزامبلز انه اشتغلوا لحالهم، وعدوهم الورد بانك، وعدهم المون يعني. وعندهم فيري جود كونكشن، وبالاخير ما اخذوا شيء واشتغلوا لحالهم.
هي نحن وشو وعدنا الورد بانك، وعدنا بكل شيء، بعدين شو طلعنا منه؟
فبالنهايه نحن اذا اشتغلنا ونجحنا لحالهم بيجوا لعندك.
Yeah, so I think that we're all saying the same thing. يعني هلا our charge is to take this forward and make sure that it works to the best of our abilities. فخلينا yes اللي يعني إذا بدنا document, we'll get the document going. If we want to set this up as its own individual entity, we could do that. يعني but what I'm saying is let's just move. We already have the business plan competition running. It's time to get the investment side of the house ready.
Okay. تمام.
So anyways, بعت لكم الدوكيمنت وبعت فيها الأسئلة اللي طرحناها هلا واللي بدها شوية discussion. إذا كنتوا تطلعوا عليها ونرجع to convene again during the week when Malik can be with us as well ونجاوب على هالأسئلة. شو رأيكم؟
أنا بقول إنه لازم نجتمع بعد أسبوع إن شاء الله.
اوكي.
وبيكون مالك انه صار جاهز، بعطيه انا ملخص عن الشيء اللي اليوم نحن حكيناه، بحطه بالصوره. على كل حال الاجتماع مسجل، يعني ممكن انه هو ياخذ اكسس كمان على الريكوردينج تبعه، ومين قال بنكون جاوبنا على الاسئله اللي حطيتيها بالدوكيومنتس.
اوكي
تمام. بس مين قال انه خلال الاسبوع if there is something you want me to prepare or to be tasked with, please انه feel free.
اوكي. وبليز يعني انا قبل ما تيجوا سامر قلت له لناصر يعني one thing، يعني انا I led the charge and I went out and I'm talking to people وعم بحط اسمي on the line. I don't want this to be a Rama initiative ولا انه دور ما لاقي حدا غيري واقف بالدق قدام الانتربرنورز والعالم الثانيه. فبليز الله يخليكم يعني ضلوا معي على الخط لحتى تنجح هالشغله.
لا انا شوفي لاقول لك لتنجح بالنهايه بدك investors. Everything else, I mean, you are amazing and setting up and have resources. What we have everything else, يعني Rama عن جد we have everything. I mean, you have everything else, but what you need is investors. Basically, if you have 20 investors committed already, then everything else will be easy. فهلا
يعني هلا قطعنا نص الطريق.
Yeah, I mean عنا تقريبا 10 that are committed and I think we can easily get the next 10 easily بس ما بقدر ضل عم روح للعالم اقول لهم يلا are you ready بقولوا لي طيب يلا we're ready what's next وهي النكست ساتا مبهمة ف I'm trying to clarify that piece إنه طيب نحن هيك this is how we operate هي الrules تبعنا this is how much you fund and I'm just popularizing those questions with you to make sure we're arriving at the right answers.
Yeah, I think it's clear what we're trying to do, Rama.
طيب okay.
So let's go ahead as you suggested. حطي هدول you've already sent us the email مع the
Yes.
KYC and all the due diligence and whatever. We just have to put a bit more flesh on the skeleton.
Okay, and then by the way, this is something maybe you can speak to when you are attending the
I thought I was going to mention it anyway لأنه it's really up the street هي كلها على entrepreneurship and youth and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'm going to bring in يعني definitely I'm going to plug in the SG Syrian Digital Lab SGL as a new development and avenue and whatnot and highlight a lot more about it.
Okay, fantastic.
Definitely.
Thanks much everyone.
Thank you. خلينا ناصر عم تقول بدك نرجع نجتمع بعد امتى بعد اسبوع؟
ايه ان شاء الله.
للاسف مالك ما كان معنا to fill us in on the other side of the
والله مالك بمحل ما فيها كونكشن.
No
وحاول انه يدخل عدة مرات and he was disconnected.
No problem. يلا خير. We'll meet again in a week's time. Thank you.
ان شاء الله. يعطيكم العافية. شكرا راما.
العفو باي باي.